Fantastic. It's a whole new morning, and I'm still waking up because it is like literally not even 6 a.m. But hey guys, I'm just quickly gonna check Twitch on my laptop to double check that Restream hasn't messed up my title, because they do that sometimes. Um, nope, it looks like it's done a good job there. And then on YouTube, I assume that is working too. Yes. Fantastic. If you're watching on YouTube, like the video, that's good for the algorithm. Um, but yeah, yesterday I released, hey, how's it going? Why do I see like actual chat stuff? I can't believe there are other people here. This is amazing. I realize my YouTube chat that I do see is like not on my browser, but I can see it on my laptop, so I need to set that up to work properly. That's another problem. It's fine. For now, I'll just watch it on my little baby laptop here on the side. But yeah, how's it going? Good morning, I guess. I think it is morning. Yeah, good enough. Yeah, yesterday I dropped a video on Flint because I have no self-agency. I literally just saw Josh post about this and thought, wow, Josh is a pretty cool dude. I should totally cover what he's doing because I think it's really cool. And it was actually quite nice. I jumped on their Discord yesterday. Let's ignore that. And I said just a little hello. Told them I'm keen to get involved and stuff. And yeah, he was very kind. He literally offered to come on stream, privately or publicly, to onboard me. I told him not yet. You know, the imposter syndrome got the best of me. But yeah, he's also keen to get into streaming, so I must actually go find out what his username is and go follow him too. But I did say like 2026 would be a good time to get into, just into open source stuff a bit more, because right now I haven't at all. But then he went and posted my video on his Discord, so that was really nice of him. So today we are going to actually go check that out. We're gonna get started. So there's a few things. There's the about on how to get started, etc., etc. I'm just gonna open up GitHub for now in another tab. Maybe we'll have a look at it quickly. Move this to the side for a bit. I'll deal with my code stuff later. There's some pull requests. What is this? Is this like already a types ESLint community? I just kind of want to look at the project, you know, like there's all this stuff. Why ergonomics performance coming soon. Oh, it's usage that's coming soon, but it's basically like you just run the thing and it works. I wonder if he's gotten to the point where it works with like IDEs yet. But yeah, I'd love to actually make my way onto this because this just sounds cool. Josh is clearly doing everything: infrastructure, build tools, hosting, all those things. Then you got maintenance and tests. People are writing tests for these. I think that's pretty neat. Let me look at some of the open pull requests and see what they are. Chore, remove unnecessary files. There was this literally, sorry if I was unclear. The problem is that there's still some .ds store files hanging in the repo if you want to fix. You could try. As for the get ignore change, we prefer to keep our get ignores as tiny as possible. My comments to Josh was intended as a recommendation that he personally set up a global get ignore. Okay, yeah. I don't have permissions for Vercel, but otherwise looks good to me. Because yeah, this is the DS store. So the guy has actually removed the stuff that should be removed. So Does look good to me as well. That looks like what they were asking for, because this was the issue. I'm gonna like literally we're just going on full on code review, so remove the rest of the DS store files. I guess there's just two, but yeah. Good old DS store files. I'm gonna approve this. Can I approve it? I don't know. Kind of like want to have my ability to. I don't know if I can approve. Again, me doing random things. I guess I'm not an actual reviewer, but yeah, the changes look solid. I should actually get involved in actually building this thing. Well, not building this thing, but running this thing locally. So let's go to the about page and actually start running this. So again, remember guys, this is still very early stages. Don't be put off. Also, don't really start using it yet until you can use it whenever you want, but you know, don't be put off by its early stage development. It looks like they're really serious about it and it's gaining some good traction. So I'm going to run npx lint or Flint and see what the console process is. Let's see what happens here. And then it just goes straight up to next to CLI. He actually built the CLI page yesterday. Like, I know it wasn't there when I started my video yesterday, but it's there now. Okay, this first it says no Flint file found. If there's no Flint.config file found, does it add one automatically? I don't see one. You actually have to make one. So already they say pmpx Flint. You can write with the equivalent. So I think that just installed it, but it never actually added it. So I might need to look up what the configuration stuff is. So there's interactive, one time at a time, help. This is nice. The idea of an interactive mode. I don't know if normal linting has that. Oh, you have to use watch for other things. It presents the output results using brief or detailed. Okay, cool. That's also nice because you can have a brief one for your big CI process and the detailed one is just your more verbose linting rules that tell you exactly what's wrong. Yeah, detailed will say exactly where the problem is. That's kind of nice actually for your for looking at a glance what the problem was. You can skip diagnostics. Language plugins such as are able to report, okay, this is it to do. I don't know what he means. Additional checks from languages after linting. For example, Flint's core TypeScript plugin reports TypeScript type errors, effectively running TSC emit by reusing the types. I should actually add a little screenshot. Okay, I have a docs. A docs of we're gonna say Flint.md. And we're gonna say notes. We'll call it Flint notes. And then in there, I'm just gonna type something. What will I type? I'm gonna say pnpx. No, wait. Has he got little copy things here? Yep. Wait, this the CLI skip things. Example language plugin is missing. So maybe I'll make a PR that actually adds that in. That'll be useful. Create issue and or PR. That's a good point. There we go. So I'm just going to do like Flint notes that have to-dos. To actually have a smaller to-dos. And then we have this. Perfect. The version of Flint. Can I see what version of Flint I'm using? Also, when I ran the PMPX thing, was I adding Flint to my project? I guess not. It just runs Flint from somewhere else. You don't even need to have it on your project. You can like, it's more detached. Cool. The big one is going to be like migration guide from ESLint or other linters to Flint. That would be useful. That's not really to do. Nice to have. For example, how to turn off ESLint in favor of Flint without deleting ESLint config yet. You know, that would be useful, I think. I hope. I don't know. Maybe it won't be useful. Is my YouTube... Wait, on my laptop? Yeah, that's working. Okay, just wasn't scrolling. Okay, so there's a watch mode, but so configuration, this is kind of what we need. We need to add a configuration file. Linting with Flint must be configured by at least one flint.config.star file. So I'm going to say flint.config.ts. And this is actually, it would be cool if that had a VS Code icon set, you know, like I don't know, I think that would be neat. In the repository to be linted. That file may be any extension recognized by your version of VS of Node. Node version I'm on. Node-v 22. Okay, good. Things are good. So I double check some things. Oh, that's all good. So Flint configs must default export the rest of the result of calling a define config function. So again, we will import. I'm just following the text down there. Define config ts from Flint. This is where I'm like, okay, I wonder if it's not going to recognize Flint because I technically need to add it as a dev dependency, which I don't think the npx Flint thing actually did this for me. You want to make this as like foolproof as possible. So export default, and for now we're just going to define config, which is our Flint config, and use. I like this, the idea of like just being like, it's got its tset prefixes logical. So there's worth making a note. Let's look at Flint npm package, this part. So what does it say in here? Okay, there's no how to use it. Yeah, oh, well, there's usage coming soon, but it's really not like that useful. I assume what I need to do is pnpm add -d Flint, and that should be a developer dependency. I need to update pnpm itself. We'll do that as well. I need more coffee. Because now with with Flint actually there as it should be a dev dependency now in my project. Flint, yes, down there. 0.14.0. I like the emojis that he uses, a fast, friendly linter. And he always adds in his PRs, he says, hey, like if you've read this, add emojis to the end to show that you've actually paid attention to what we're saying. So yeah, you have files, which is all the type of files that you could do. So this is, look at that. Look at me spelling things wrong. So this part in configuration, I guess there's probably what areas of linting. Oh, the Flint setup experience is not yet implemented. Okay, I'm an idiot. Maybe I should write in the meantime if you want to do configuration stuff, use this, but I wouldn't want to clutter the docs. You know, this is like for people just getting started. So yeah, fantastic. That's great. Back to configuration. Use the only required object property to pass into define config is use an array of definitions containing two properties files, which is the glob pattern. So ts.all. I mean, if you click on this, that's a lot of damage. I wonder if I can click on ts.files. Yeah, ts.files, and then all is probably everything. There's like a files key, files value. I don't even know what that is. It's a bit hard to actually tell what that actually is. There's also a bunch of presets. So if I just did files.all, .all is anything there, but if there's preset, it should actually add doc strings to what's logical versus stylistic, you know. Let's stay with logical for now, just so we can run this and see if it works. And then we'll do the stylistic one, which is really like, hey, let's like abide by a specific style. See the Node.js file system, glob deck, you know. Yeah, we know how glob patterns work. Exclude and include, in addition to plain strings, string s file. I think this should just be, in addition to plain strings, file selectors. That should just be, say, file selectors can also be objects with two properties. But I guess it is files. Exclude glob patterns to not include the file group. Include glob patterns to include the file. Yeah, obviously. So yeah, you could be like, okay, I don't want to use tests. Which, let's actually do that just so that we have the vibes. So we'll say include tsfiles.all. If you do this, you need to actually have an exclude. Can I just do like an empty array? I guess you can. I'm gonna say tests dot test dot star. So I'll remove all your various things. The prettier built-in thing is also kind of interesting. So I'd like to see if I could delete prettier, if this would actually work. It might be quite interesting because I've got this prettier config here. Any number of rules to enable on the corresponding files. These may be arrays of rules such as from presets exported. Is this form presets? This is from presets exported by plugins and or calls to plugin rules themselves. Okay, so special rules, yeah, you can, I can add both in. Let's do that. Yeah, so you can add multiple rules in. That's cool. Configuring rules can be configured or even disabled by calling to the rules method of their plugin. That method takes in an object with the keys or rule names and values are to do with the rule. So yeah, there are actual additional rules. Let's also move this to a new line. Move this to a new line and this, and then we'll go add a special PS rules to really pull our thing. So debugger statements false. What it needs is doc strings, you know, like the debugger statements thing, like that would make this whole thing a lot easier to use as a guy getting into it. Namespace declarations. I do like that it is type safe. Like to have type safe ESLint rules is amazing. Allow declarations true. Is this actually gonna tell me that I've got incorrect linting in here? Is it just the Flint stuff like incorrect? Like if I restart TS server, like first of all, I didn't know TypeScript was gonna run on the Node.js stuff, but doing it. Yeah, let me ignore that. Okay, globs. I don't care about globs. All includes all files previously selected by the configuration. For example, this config enables the spelling plugin on all files that are being linked. There's a spelling plugin. That's amazing. Yeah, so the one is like, okay. Oh, they have MD presets. This is cool. So yeah, let's ignore the exclude thing for now. What did I just press insert? Yeah. So for example, I could do MD files. Files md.files.all. I just need to import MD from Flint. And rules md.presets.logical. Get logical preset rules. MD files is possibly undefined. Okay, well. Maybe that won't work. If you like is MD files just never? Reports bare URLs that should be formatted as auto links. Why is MD files? Oops. MD files is possibly undefined. I can't find any bugs. This is a good one, I guess. So I have MD files is possibly undefined. I'm gonna take a screenshot of that. Copy that, and then let's just look at the issues if there are any. md.files is possibly undefined. No issues. Let's create a new issue. Report a non-lint rule specific Flint integrations with plugins. I guess would this become a plugin? Well, it's definitely like md.files is possibly undefined. I'm using the latest published version of all Flint packages. I've searched and none have matched. Okay. Expected additional information. So I'm immediately going to say using Flint at 0.140, the latest at the time I found the bug. I think this is useful. Maybe this is not useful. Yeah. So what I was doing, I was following the docs here. I was following the docs here. And noticed I was following the configuration docs here. Configuration docs here, and this we can wrap inside a pretty little link for them. Figure and noticed that we could that .md files was a and tried to use md.files.all like in the example. But when I do this, I get md files is possibly undefined. I get a type error. Type error, yeah. No, man. I want to copy this whole thing. I don't think that works, does it? It does work. Okay, cool. I get type error. Yes, fantastic. What's my preview look like? I get this type error. Vibes. Look at me, open source contributing to things. Why does it say there's no space for self-updating when I clearly can? Like npm self-update down here. So I expected like an example, and then I'm gonna add my code block here. Allow declaration. Is that just a spelling mistake? Okay, that's fine. Can I do different types of files? Can I do like a .tsx or .ts? Oh, .ts is better. Cool. I'm becoming good at this. Expect no errors. Expected no errors. Actually, I get this type error. And then I can chuck in the screenshots. So this is where I say copy uploading image. There we go. Type error example. There we go. That's pretty sick. I've created a bug. Well, I've created a bug package. And this is my intro into things. If you can identify issues, then you can solve issues. That is the straightforward thing of how you enter into a new project and you start contributing, is you actually first find out what the problem is before you try fix them. I guess I should have gone on and actually checked if there is additional thing like globs. Like, does globs.all also work? Files, globs.all. Like, there were no warnings under here. Yeah, so there's no warning saying it's broken. Oh, it's just broken. So they also want to work on Flint configuration stuff. That's really cool. Rules. We're going to say spelling dot presets dot logical. The spelling can come from Flint either. Oh, spelling from. Okay. There's a Flint plugin. Do we have that plugin? Nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to add in npm add -d plugin. Fantastic. I assume that's what we got to do. If I'm wrong, I'll be corrected, but this just intuitively feels what's right as a regular, normal TypeScript developer-y guy. Sorry, I didn't mean to hit the microphone. Okay, that's really cool. Let's comment this out for now. I think this is what I also really like, is you can just kind of comment out your files and be good. I do need to see if I can ditch ESLint and actually run this stuff. Because yeah, let me look at this stuff. The glossary defines common linting tool, linting terms used by Flint. Other linters refer to some definitions using different terms. They even have a terminology comparison. Comment directive, suppression, comments. Okay, cool. They didn't have a word for it. Preset. They just call it config, presenter, formatter. Okay, so everyone else says formatter, and we call it presenter. Interesting. Program that determines possible thing, type away linting. Okay, let's look at the FAQs. Very early vibes, not all features. How fast is Flint is fast. It doesn't blatantly fast away native speed linters such as Biome linters and Oxen. Native speed linters will always be faster than hybrid speed linters such as Flint. However, it's still very fast compared to traditional things like ESLint. With TypeScript ESLint, which is why there used to be TSLint. I remember that, and I always confused TSLint with TypeScript ESLint. And I remember TSLint got deprecated, like the plugins were like busted. So every time I think like, oh, poor Josh, he's built this amazing tool called TypeScript ESLint, but actually people probably just mistake it with TSLint. So yeah, I expect performance comparisons to be posted soon. Was that the only FAQ? Okay. The team. Vibes. There are original maintainers. If you're interested in helping, So now, from here on, okay, I mean, there's a bug that I found. I need to actually run the linter, like the CLI, because I think that's all we have. I mean, technically I could run pmpx Flint right now. Damn it. Unknown extension. .ts. Okay. Do I need to use .js? Because it doesn't like .ts. Okay. Add type module. Okay, we can add type module. So that's interesting. I mean, I guess it's fine. Okay. Glob is an experimental feature, might change at any time. We know that to show the warning was created. Cannot find cspell.json. Okay, so if we remove the spelling thing as well, we just remove that as well for the time being. I just want to get the linting to work. So I like the concept, it's just obviously still a little bit broken. And the error messages aren't fantastic. Okay, unsafe return value of type. Okay, my fallback client. And this was line 149. Aha. CC is country code. And this should be at least a string, I think. Well, yeah, wait. Over there, this should be a string. Then at least we know CC is a string. Oh, and there's a fix for prettier, so this can fix my prettier as well. If I run -- fix, that will like prettify everything, which should be quite nice. But I can't do that at work because they'll freak out and lose their mind. Did that work? Okay, so now it says it cleaned. No linting issues found. Fantastic, it works. The C-spell thing as well. So in here, I realized this probably isn't a problem anymore. So let's run the linting rule now quickly. I like how it shows you like what the possible problems are, etc. I should actually update my package JSON to have a whole bunch of lint options. Okay, this does work. This is great. This heading level skips more than one level from previous heading level. Okay, that's nice, little heading increments. Okay, so I'm gonna say edit. Edit in here, bold. I noticed that everything actually works fine if I use a flint.config.js file instead of a flint.config.ts file. And I only really realized that you can't do flint.config.ts after running pmpx flint later. It's a chicken and egg scenario. Like I couldn't run pmpx flint if I wasn't using config. I think it'd be quite handy to be able to use .ts extension a.ts extension for the flint.config file. Well, let's just say for the configuration file. Extend, it's gotta be a shin like that. Okay. And since it will pick up, because if this is a .js file, does this even still pick up? I guess it kind of does. Pick up type issues. Pick up misconfigured files more easily. So now I just got to see, I want to find out where with the config file, in my case, I just instinctively named my config file with a .ts extension. I'm just giving them like the best thing ever, because of the opening line on the config page. On the config page. Which said, and then I will quote it. There we go. Making my part. I'm probably being like super anal over like a really small thing. Because yeah, this is quite neat. And they actually have formatting fixes for the to-dos and stuff as well. If I did a to-do, oh right, yeah, I wanted to do this as well. Check out stream to vids. This was a project that someone built. Oh, and then yeah, so I've got a second error, is the spelling preset doesn't really work. So I don't know if that's a plugin. The features, people want to have a more complete help output. Good first issue. So Josh wrote this. I'm using the latest published version of all Flint packages I have searched. Right now, running help print. Welcome to Flint. Flint is still very early stage and experimental. See Flint FYI for more. That's not very helpful. I think it'd be good to actually print the CLI flags from Flint CLI. Okay, yeah, this is a good first issue. Maybe we can work on this today, because that will actually be useful. Because now we have cache ignore, fix suggestions, help, interactive, presenter. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. Let's try do that. So I might need to get the project, but still. So yeah, they cleaned the files. Everything's nice and neat. I'm just gonna add a commit here. Oh wait, one more doc. Flint. That's nice to have later vibe. They're clearly not in the space for that. Yeah, that's just a docs issue. This should be decent. So there's to-dos there, and then there's also mention create issue for, so again, same thing, configuration, the spell checking thing. Spelling plugin example doesn't work. Or spelling plugin example, that does not work. So either that's a problem within the spelling config, because if I undo this, undo that, and we undo this, we do actually have the flint.fyi spelling config. After run pmpx flint, not pmpm, pmpx, then we have some wonderful flinty things. I think, I don't know, probably the vibes. Ah, this coffee is so good. Yeah, I'm a happy little snowflake. Cool. What a vibe. Theo's on. He's talking about 2025. Jamming. So yeah, basically there's this fat error, cannot find module cspell.json. Oh, you need a cspell. Do I need a cspell.json? Is that the problem? Can I add that? Will that make this work now? That might actually fix it. Okay. Yeah, you see here, this is where we need, yeah. Okay, cool. So we must mention in there that you need a cspell.json. Actually mention that a cspell.json file is required. I think that's useful for the all thing, just to like not run into problems. I think I actually want to make a new issue for that, because cspell. Well, let's just say cspell. Let's see. There for suggestions and documentation. Okay. Dependency dashboard closed. Flint spelling internally. So yeah, this was merged. I think it just need a documentation thing, say that we need a cspell file. So this will help. So let's create a new issue for that. And this is just gonna be a documentation. So also on the all section, documentation, configuration, configuration all section, spelling plugin information. Important spelling information. Let's look at the spelling information. Rule detects missing typos in the source code. C-spell checker. This plugin provides a standalone npm package. So there's this whole, cool. There's logical rules, so that's cool. They also don't really have, like, I know there's the C-spell documentation, but even as you click down into yeah, if you click down into this is the C-spell documentation site. So yeah. It's like you have to click down quite far to get to the fact that you need a C-spell file. Either the plugin should work without a C-spell file, or we should explicitly tell users to create an empty C-spell file. I think that's basically what we need. Because yeah. Because I noticed over here, okay, where's my ticket overview? I expect running with the configuration file. Running with the configuration file outlined here. All section outlined here. Would work out of the box. But the spelling plugin is missing some useful information to get set up. Like, so for example, again, you're a new person, you rock up. It does link to here. It's useful that it links to the rule here, which solves the problem that some newbies might find regarding not having the plugin installed. But even if the plugin is installed, most fresh starters don't have a C-spell configuration set up, and you'll only know that you'll only figure that out, or figure that out by clicking through to the C-spell documentation site. Yeah, by clicking through to the C-spell documentation site. I'd recommend we add a note in the example, or at least in the C-spell what are we calling it? The spelling plugin, at least on the spelling plugin page, to mention this somewhere. That's first prize. Otherwise on the plugin page, it might be better to link straight to that instead of just cspell.org. Thinking place. This is just a thought. It's more for discussion, issue around discussion. I hope it's not too anal. Maybe, I don't know. Okay, let's get into the contribution side of things. So, see, I've read the contributing.md already. Got to add my little thingies in there, which is great. Where am I? But now I need to go read another thing. What do I need to go read? Oh, I need to fork the project. Is this the project? Yes, the project is here. Open link a new tab. Let me fork it. Create a new fork. Fantastic. Flint. That's great. I'm happy with that. We're creating a fork. And now I can git clone this. So yeah, let's go back to this. And I'm going to open up a new git bash. Windows vibes, cd dev, git clone, paste. And we'll cd into Flint, and then we'll pnpm install. I like how he also uses pnpm, so that's also nice. And then in the meantime, we can go into Flint. Yes, I do want to save those changes. Sorry for the noise. Didn't mean to make that noise. Okay, let's bring my little sidebar in here. We don't really need an LLM right now. Maybe later. I'll go agent sidebar. And in here, let's add my console up here. And we are going to say, is my other pnpm install still running? That's done. Cool. And it's using the latest version of pnpm, so that other stuff did work. Pnpm build. Let's do that. And then I guess I do want to find out what the other pull requests look like. Ah, not this one. In here, what the other pull requests look like. Are they like special? I guess this is, what is the name of the, I've got to find this. Okay, let's close all the stupid other things. So I don't need this anymore. I need this. So the issue, because I do want to keep this open, but the issues here, introduced feature, feature more complete help output. So we could literally just write git checkout b feature or feat slash what more complete help output. So again, right now it does say welcome to Flint. Flint is still very early stage and experimental. See Flint FY for more information. It's actually So I think it'll be useful to keep that stuff there. I mean, again, if we run npx flint hub, cool. That's there. Should display the same verbiage as that issue's PR. Okay, cool, fantastic. I'm gonna put a thumbs up there just to say that I'm on it, really. But again, it's one of those like make your PR sorted. Okay. So, what was I gonna do? PNPM build. Unsupported node engine. Okay, I need to upgrade node. nvm use 24. nvm install 24. Hello, mannered frog. How's it going? What's happening? I'm busy working on Flint. It's a project by, I keep saying Josh Goldberg like he's a celebrity, but most people don't know who he is. But he's really cool. So Flint is a linter. It's a very nice new linter that's in very early stage development, and I came across it yesterday, and I was like, this is pretty cool. Because the guy who's building it, he's the guy who built TypeScript ESLint. Not to be confused with TSLint. He built TypeScript ESLint, which is much nicer than TSLint, and it's not deprecated like TSLint. But he doesn't like how slow ESLint is. And he wanted to do a bunch of other things. So one, it's like got prettier incorporated into it. It's very like integrated with TypeScript itself, not just this pure JavaScript thing. They have this concept of hybrid linting where, like, you have tools like Biome that are like written in Rust to be really fast. This is still written in JavaScript, but has the ability to have native plugins and native modules where the plugins can run much quicker. So you have this like accessible for normal pleb devs like myself, but also you can go be a badass, if you really wanted to. So yeah, he's testing out a bunch of theories around that. And I just figured, hey, let me start looking at, the project and running it locally. And then I thought, okay, it is actually in very early access, like very, very early access. So I was like, oh, let me start, I've been raising issues on GitHub for like documentation issues to make it easier for other people to get onboarded. So just raising blind spots. And now I'm working on like menial tasks. Like there's the thing I'm working on right now is the help right now. If I type it in down here, it just says welcome to Flint. Flint's still very early stage. So the creator guy, Josh, he was like, hey, there's a new feature here, implement a more complete help output. So this is a good first issue. So for me, yeah, you should definitely check it out. Let me post it in here. Flint.fyi. It's very early. Like, so I don't think there's an IDE like extension for it yet or anything like that. So bear that in mind. It's something worth keeping an eye on for a while. I think it's going to make some big moves in the next few months and become quite a nice tool to use. So I want to start using it early and start getting involved early. And for me, it's my nice gateway drug into open source development. So that's kind of my strategy right now, is I'm jumping into all this stuff. But yeah, right now I'm literally running the actual project for the first time, not like using it in my other projects. I'm like running the main repo so that I can contribute to the main repo. And yeah, this is me. I think the verbiage that they want to use is, what I need to use is the configuration. So not this, no, the CLI. The CLI flags here, cache ignore, fix suggestions. all these little things. Yeah, there should be a bunch of like just all these little things. Whether to ignore existing things, blah 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 blah. Enables auto fixing fixes from rule imports. I wonder if you can do links in yeah, in the help commands. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe I can, maybe I can't. Same with suggestions. That's part of the glossary. But yeah, this is a vibe. But yeah, thanks. This is what I'm busy working on. I guess there is a help thing, interactive, whether to run Flint with an interactive one file at a time viewer, or not. Presenter, which presenter to output brief, default, or detailed. I assume like I'm just going to do the verbiage before the example, basically. That's my goal. So yeah, let's do that right. Okay, so development, forking, building, pnpm build, watch. I haven't run pnpm build yet because I wasn't on the right version. I was upgrading nvm. Oh, I wasn't using nvm either. I got distracted. nvm used 24. And sorry guys, I didn't mean to. Is this working now? What's wrong with my... Okay, cool. Sorry about that. Sorry if you heard any noises. Well, just broken window noises. Okay, now I can run pnpm build. Turns out when you swap your node version, everything breaks. Story of my life. So yeah. It's still not working, is it? Unsupported, wanted. It says it needs to be bigger than or equal to nvm use. That's not right. nvm use 24. Sorry guys. nvm-v or node-v, sorry. 22. Maybe I need to restart the terminal now that I'm using this. Now if I do node-v, screw it, I'm getting Volta. Volta node. I hate nvm. Okay, so yeah, Volta install node. Okay, cool. We're running this. Git bash. Let me just open that up again. Paste. We're running Volta because maybe I should just upgrade node. Update node. Because there's no reason to not use node 24, right? Windows, node, LTS, yep. Give me node. And then I'll just open everything up here on the side. One sec. We're gonna install node. And that should just, please wait while this does its thing. Things might break as I do this because I'm installing a whole bunch of useful things. Necessary tools. Yeah. YOLO. Yo, the wild wavy. Wavy. I don't know if it's wavy or wavy. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. Oh, sorry. Loud node noises again. I'm upgrading node because I can't actually go and do the things that I need to do without having node updated. And now it needs me to close applications. Otherwise I have to reboot. So I'm going to close the application. So yeah, which makes more sense. Wild Wavy makes more sense, I think. If you want it to be wavy, it'd be, yeah, I give up. Let's see if my node stuff works, if I can do this without restarting my PC. I don't think I need to restart my PC. I think everything should work fine. Because if I do, that would suck. Because I still want to stream for like at least another hour. But yeah, this is really fun. Okay, let's go. Any key to continue. Now it's installing additional tools. Ah, loud window noises. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Now other fancy things are happening. I'm downloading Python because we need that for all this stuff. Volta's way nice. If I was working not on my random desktop where I'd had to do this for other people, I'd just be like, get Volta. It will make everything work. Problems will be solved. Everyone will have the same environment. It's amazing. But because I actually control my environment now, I'm like, oh, I might as well just do it properly rather than abstracting that stuff away. But yeah, I guess I could start looking through the code base. So if there's any commands anywhere, is this the Flint PNG doc? Yeah, that's the little Flint logo. It's very cute. But yeah, the commands, I guess the best place to find this. So if I run pmpx flint /help --help. Oh no, sorry, pmpx. No, I'm typing the wrong thing. I could just do a find and replace thing to say see GitHub, Josh Goldberg for more. Is it Josh Goldberg's own? Is this the correct one? This is actually wrong. So this is actually supposed to be see Flint FM. We're not finding it. Why can't I find anything? For more information. Let's just type in for more information. Because here's the CLI thing. And then see Flint FI. Why does it still say Josh Gold? Is it just not deployed? Because he might have done this like, what, 12 hours ago. Okay, he did update it like super recently. So he probably just hasn't deployed it. So, oh, and if the values are dot version, okay. So this is where we can, I'm going to use another then for this part. I know nothing about TypeScript, I'm just bored. Oh, sorry. Well, to be fair, do you know anything about anything? Do you program at all on other stuff? Or do you just, I don't know. I don't know what to ask you. I should actually get my, so I'm streaming on YouTube as well. So I've got Twitch chat and YouTube chat going. So I should actually find a way to get both chats up on the screen. Right now, it's not that much happens, so that's a next week problem. What version of Node am I on right now? Node-v. Yes, it's on the left. I like programming, but I'm not a programmer. If you catch my drift, I do. Vibes. You like watching people program? You like the programming space? What's preventing you from doing a program, from being a pro? You're not a full-time programmer. You're just a filthy casual, like everyone actually is. I get it. Vibes. Okay, let me run pnpm build here and see if this works. That did work. So theoretically, welcome to Flint. If I do a bunch of these, can I run the command locally? because that's all I really need to do. Let me ask AI. Looking at this project, how can I run the CLI locally to test the output? Because this is my test here, is welcome to Flint with many exclamation marks. Code for fun, but don't claim to know anything. Okay, well, I code professionally and definitely claim that I don't know anything. So we have a lot in common. Okay, so I can do, apparently I could do this. I can do pm Flint help. And does it run mine? No, that doesn't work. Okay, project includes like all directly. Can I do this? And then say dash help. Code to make you feel better. Yeah, exactly. I code to try and make other people feel better. Okay, but I am currently trying to contribute to the project and want to update what the CLI help command does. So how do I test that output locally, not the deployed version? Yeah, I'm drifting into AI territory now because I'm kind of like, oh, I just need to go do this because here's the right spot. But I mean, yeah, checking out how to run this because now it's not like I need to think about what specifically I need to do. Okay, I can do pm build watch. So if I do pm build watch, and now I say Flint and pm Flint help. That worked. Okay, so if I do this, pm Flint help. Okay, cool. So if I cancel this, kill this terminal, open up a new terminal. In this terminal, I run pm build watch like this. So I'm gonna make this a bit bigger. I almost feel like these CLI stuff should be its own, like it's a small enough file. So that's running, and now I can run pm Flint help. The point that I'm looking for is these little exclamation marks down here. It's like I wrote them up here. So now I can close those again. And now I'm going to feed a whole bunch into AI. So I'm going to say, have a look at this page. I want to add all these values to my existing dash help function, which is over here. I can tell it that it's here. To my dash help function. E.g., we should show possible commands, and it should exactly, well, yeah, I'm not going to say the EG yet. I'm going to say we should show possible commands, and it should, I'm kind of hiding everything behind my face. I'm just asking it questions, basically. We should show possible commands, and it should exactly match what is on the website. E.g. cache ignore should say whether to ignore. I think that's a good word for word vibe, right? This is where you use AI. Options. So let's keep the file and let's review the output. So again, I don't really need this. I don't need you to run it. I'll run it myself. Thank you very much. pnpm Flint help. I'll take a screenshot of the output. Fix suggestions. And then you guys say the suggestion. Enables auto fixing of any number of specific suggestions from rule export. Is it possible to add links in CI without e.g. Suggestions? Where's suggestions? Should go to copy link address. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe. I don't think that's what I wanted. Because the problem now is the links appear as normal text but are clickable. Are they? I mean, let's try. Let's try run that again. Oh, they are clickable. Well, not every link is clickable. No, that doesn't work. I don't think that clickable link thing actually works. Let's just review my output here. So let's close this. And I can open it a little bit here. So again, what does he want exactly? So it'd be good to actually print the CLI flags from this. Help and then options. So yeah. Welcome to Flint. See flint.fy. I just don't get it, man. My actual bash thing here isn't very good. Okay, this is just the Windows version. Okay, so yeah, let's look at the pages here because I do actually want to get this in. I think I can get this in before we call it a day. Let me go back to the actual CLI thing. So we're gonna review each one by one. Okay, firstly undo that and undo that. So we have cache ignore. Whether to ignore any existing cache data on this cause a full relint of all limited file or linted files. Then you have fix, and all of these are just like their own. Okay, let me run this again because I think I've accidentally done something. Fix enables auto fixing fixes from the rule reports. Yeah, vibes. Fix suggestions, enable auto fixing any number of specific suggestions, and then there's help, print the help text dialog, interactive, whether to run Flint with an interactive one file at a time viewer, can be controlled by arrow keys, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, let's screenshot this as well, because I think it'll be useful. So this is what I have. Copy. Okay. So now, we need to have an ESLint commit. What are other people doing for their commits? We look at existing pull request. And this is a feat, I think. And the commit is called feat. Git add. First of all, I haven't touched anything else, right? Yep, just one file touch. Simple. Git add, git commit m feat. And we're gonna actually name it what he wanted, not there. Okay, issues, and we're gonna look at his one implemented. Wait, I want to see the actual other PR that he made. Docs. He had a docs and he said add. So he actually does say like implement. So I'm gonna make it match the thing. Implement more complete dash help output. There we go. And then I need to go back and look at so this addresses this issue. So here I can say addresses an existing open issue. So now if I go into, let's make a new tab here and actually just go GitHub straight to, well, GitHub itself will go fine. And then we'll go to Flint by oil, Flint. There's a new branch. Can I make a pull request into, I think I just go straight into Flint though, right? Flint issues, pull request, add a new pull request. So there is my branch. Oh, let me go read this. Sorry, guys, it's been forever since I've done two public things, but I've done the code change and I've done the, wait, I did push my code, right? Oh, yes. Git push. That would be useful. And then let's make a new pull request. But this new pull request is going to be, now I've opened like a million files in the wrong place. So this isn't going to go into a base repository, is that? So yeah, great. Thanks. Please fill, make sure each item is true and checked, otherwise you'll be our checklist. So pull requests. Let's see someone else's pull request. Was that the issue that I was looking at? Okay, yeah. Someone else's issue. PR checklist addresses open issue, fixes the issue that I fix is this with an X. Is that correct? Yes. Issue that was marked as so issue is marked as status accepting PRs. Yes. That's good. Steps in contributing were taken. So again, I'm going to read that again. I didn't mean to download anything. Why did I do that? What does he write? Overview. So yeah, adds additional. So this basically adds help config. Let me ask my LLM to write this for me. Based off the changes we made, can you help me write my overview for the PR? This is what I have. I just need the overview part underneath. I have a screenshot of the output that we can also add. Because it knows exactly what I did. So yeah, that's cool. Where am I now? So I'm busy writing this. We'll add this in here. Overview is there. PR updates the help command output to include all available CLI options with descriptions that match the documentation. Documentation is the right place. Previously, the help command only showed brief, now it displays a comprehensive list. All descriptions match the wording of show consistency between output screenshots. And we can go in here and say copy, paste. Output screenshot. Our first PR on this project. Thanks for giving me something to get my toes wet. Happy to change things if needed. And then we're going to do a bunch of emojis. I'll do the typical, and then also like a party face, you know, party face. How do I do the party face stuff? I'm used to the Mac. Party face emoji. I said emoji. Think. No, man. There we go. I'm so used to Mac that I'm pretty useless. Ooh, I'm blowing fiery hot things. Isn't that cool? Let's create pull request. I think I followed everything in the contributor contributing. I know the contributor covenant of code. I'm just being nice. Important issue on the issue tracker. It's been finding issues, sending a pull request. No licked cookies, send a pull request. Cool. This is great. Once you've addressed all our feedback, wait. Okay, yeah, re-request review. So yeah. I think that's good, hey? My preview looks fine. This all looks good. I'll put screenshots. My first PR on this project. Thanks for giving me something to get my toes wet. Happy to change things. Add like a little HR down here. 1, 2, 3. Be really pretty. There we go. That's nice. Sick. Create pull request. Allow edits by maintainers, of course. I feel like a real open source contributor now. Look at that. I did a thing. I did a wonderful thing. I'm so happy. That was like my goal of today, was to actually like do something useful. Let's look at other issues to see, because now, yeah, my pull request is in here. There's mine. Oh, shit. Pull request target's wrong. Has this guy got the same problem? Why is the target wrong? The scan flags some concerns with it. Could you please take a look? Text image alt. The following image seems to have default alt text rather than something informative. Oh. Okay, fair enough. Let me fix that. Attempting to deploy a commit to the Squiggle Tools team on Vercel. A member of the team first needs to authorize it. Yeah, that's normal. The image alt text thing, I can fix that. Edit this. Okay, fair enough. Can I edit my message? Alt output screenshots. My bad. Updated. PL's body is missing X. Oh, we need baby X's. Okay. Edit. Ding, ding, ding. There's such like tiny little annoying thingies. Hey, Leisha Duck reacted with a heart emoji. All reports are resolved. Oh, that worked. That's very nice. So if I refresh this, there's no more failing issues, right? Well, there'll be a failing Vercel issue. I guess the same with this guy, remove unnecessary files. Vercel, yeah, authorization required to deploy, which is fine. That's all good. Oh, this is really neat. Like, I'm quite stoked with how that's been going. Let's just see something. Vibes. What a nice day. Like, what a great way to start a Friday. Happy New Year, everyone. Yeah, this is great. I am an open source contributor. Okay, let's see any other ones that have accepting PRs. So first of all, oh, that's quite interesting. The comments on here already. Is it my comment? Ooh, that is a little unclear. That all is about globbing semantics, not so much an actual recommendation for setup as a issue for a nice getting started page, which we should definitely have. Dropping people into the defined config. I'd say this is so important as a scaffolder. I at least personally never use scaffolders. In regards to spell, ESLint plugin does require all that setup. So I'd set the gold standard that we'd not need any of that. Though it should be noted that spelling is not a replacement for C-spell ESLint plugin, which is AST aware. cool. Oh, this guy's so nice. This guy is so freaking nice. What a champion. Like, I'm gonna follow. If I let me open my other file or folder. Back to what was it now that I was working on? Right front is the right place to be. Yeah, cool. PMPX Flint. And then the Flint config. That all is about logging spacing, not so much actual recommendation of Seca. Yeah, good point. It's probably an actual getting started page would probably cater for all these issues. An actual dedicated regarding the C spell stuff. The spelling plugin. I just sort of noticed that without doing anything, even on the plugin page, that if you start just as is, if you follow, what I want to say, the basic instructions, if you just install the plugin and don't add something like a, what was the word? It's a cspell.json file. You get hit with this nasty looking error. Slash, I guess backslash cspell.json. Yeah, imported from slash this basically is what I wanted to do. Yeah. I actually dedicate again side page would definitely so nice, man. What a wonderful intro into open source things. Anyways, that was a thing and a thought. Yeah, that's the issue. We tried to release 0.14 before publishing the announcement post, but the releasing workflow is broken. We should probably do something about that. Sorry for that. Only because TypeScript doesn't check the JS, only the TS. If you add a @TS check comment, it should error as expected. Yeah, so you can't do the after. Should be able to. I took a quick look as far as packages are dated. I assume it's fixed on main, given it works for us. Good point. It's probably fixed on main. Okay. So, I notice everything actually works fine if I use instead of a. No, I almost want to be like. Can I like double quote things like this, and then this? That's pretty cool. That does actually work. That's nice. I mainly meant to point out that it's probably just a type error and not something bigger, because the code actually works. Actually works. Smiley face. Good to know that the .ts issue is probably only on main. I did notice that main is nicely ahead of what has been deployed so far. It's decently ahead. Oh, it's a duplicate. Type of files properly returned. I did make a duplicate. I just didn't find it properly. I guess I did try to look for it. Let's do like a hands raised. What a nice O. This person is so cool. It's so quick as well. So yeah, there's a PR done. My pull request out there. Yeah. Josh knows what he wants it to look like far better than I said, so leaving it open if it looks nice. Oh, sweet. Fantastic. Yay. I mean, that's the cool thing, is the point is it's like it's there. All the tedious, like make it look exactly the same stuff is actually there. What I should have done is actually check for the commands inside presenter. Print the help message dialog. So if I look in here, there's no help one. Yeah, I assume there's no help one. Enables auto fixing. Okay. Oh, I'm in the wrong project. Open folder. Yeah, does my actual issue that I just looked at do a help? Wait. Where did I do this? I'm so lost, man. Oh, let's just look at PRs. My PR implement more complete output. Should just be a more complete help output. Or is that a problem? I don't know. Yeah, that's what should have been the title. No, I needed that. Did I actually change help? So I could do like a block up here to say this block is potentially useless, leaving it for Josh to decide. Leaving the comment here for Josh. Yeah, for Josh to decide. And then gotta add my grin. And then add single comment. There we go. It's potentially useless. Leaving comment here for Josh to decide. Done. There we go. Because I did actually see that and go like, why is that there? Okay, so we did a bunch of things. La la li lu li. Ding dong do. I think that's all I wanted to do. Oh, I wanted to see something. I wanted to see for more information. So yeah, there's no, these are hard coded strings. They match perfectly. There's no like actual useful other things I can do here. Like the one is markdown, the other one is sad CLI stuff. So yeah, I might make it onto the contributors page. Yeah, be kind of cool because maintenance, code, tools, project management, ideas, planning, feedback. I guess I'm ideas, planning, feedback, content. What's a star? Want to know what the star means? Doesn't say anything. It just goes to Josh. Code, author, documentation, Kirk. Okay, cool. The contributing vibe. Once your PR is merged, if you haven't yet been added to the contributors table for its type of contribute, you should be soon. Please do ping the maintainer who merged your PR. If that doesn't happen within 24 hours, it was likely an oversight on our end. Okay, that's very nice. If you made it all the way to the end, bravo, dear user. We love you. Please include the emoji in the bottom of the PR. You did in fact read this file and try to conform to the best as possible. Such nice people, man. Okay. Oh my goodness. Someone did a thing. Who did a thing? Did someone follow me? I gotta check. My bad. Thank you so much for the follow, Deathcry. Much appreciated. It's always nice when people follow. It makes me feel special and really validated in everything that I do. So I do appreciate you for that. So yeah, I'm just sort of wrapping up for the day now because I gotta go in like I have to go soon. I just want to see if there's anything else, and yeah, I want to like think about what's the next thing I could work on. So I'm just reading issues here to see what's able. So feature request, introduce linter host abstraction. So I'm using the latest published version of all Flint packages as discussions, and we need a VFS. I don't know what that means. Last test any rule or anything else in Flint that uses a linter host for disk IO abstraction. Lint not yet saved files in IDE integrations. As with any abstraction, this needs to be designed carefully. Why? Here's an example. TypeScript allows users of its compiler API to provide their own implementation of ts.system. A collection of host operations, abstractions, one of these, first class. La 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 la. If someone, me, I want to do it. Wants to implement their own VFS over there on top of the disk FS without losing semantic correctness. The original redirectory has, okay, so I don't even know what the problem is and what the person wants to do. Total amount of code used involved in the original redirectory implementation is a shite ton lines of code. That's a lot of damage. If I also ended up copying TypeScript source code. narrow this down to 50 by patching fs.read and call inside. This approach is far from perfect, but it's definitely better than copying a ton of lines of code. I propose the following linter host operations. Okay, linter host, watch directory, watch file. Not a genius, some links outside. I'm gonna add my thumbs up. Self-assigned, this all looks good to me. Just wondering, should the language host itself be a disposable? Does it have its own life cycle we need to respect? Symlinks. Yes, that was my first reaction from seeing the 3 still open in TypeScript ESLint. The only resource that can deallocate are watches, but watches have their own system. I'm learning by reading other people's problems. I completely forgot. We also support case and sensitive file name operations on Windows. Case and sensitive file name, story of my life. Okay. That was quite new. Oh, the Discord. There's a Discord. So my pull request is actually here. Common ignore patterns. So this is also where it's like, okay, well, there are pull requests. Can I even... What Flint does differently? Cool. For many users, I don't know that extension is doing anything here. Can I see if there is languages on the... There was that other page, that issue. I think it was on the configuration. Somewhere on the configuration here, there was an issue. Includes the all files previously selected. Yeah, it was about all rather than examples. Okay, fair enough. Configuring rules. I remember seeing something about languages, like language. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to make noises. Okay, so it must have not been on this page because not F here. Language plugin such as... So let's just look up language plugins such as in this project, because skip diagnostic step. Let's add an issue. A new issue, documentation. So overview over here. There's nothing here. Nothing here. Over here, not there. Skip diagnostics. No, give me the page. Oh, sorry, that's the page. This is another issue. Maybe just say over here. I'm not sure what example put in there, but there's definitely something. There's certainly something. Happy to make a PR if I know what to, if I'm told what example we can stick in there. Either that, or we should remove the such as text. Part of the text. Additional information. I checked in main, in latest main, and it isn't fixed there. And it also isn't fixed there. There we go. I did a thing. So this is a documentation thing using the latest published version. I've searched all related. I have not searched all related things. Let me quickly search all related things. Issues, language, plugins such as switch rules from per file instance, implement existing rules. Okay. This is cool. This is interesting. As a big table comparing rule implementations across lints. Those rule names are mostly what I'd like to have implemented in Flint. As of writing, there are approximately 575 rules to be implemented. That includes rules across languages, JSON, Markdown, TypeScript plugins, core to language sorting, and plugin presets. That's quite a lot of rules to implement. I'm going to try automate rule implementations as much as possible. As much as I find the bombastic hype around modern AI irritating, this is actually quite a good job for it. Each of the rules in the table have at least one reference implementation plus test plus docs page to pull from. And the more important a rule is, the more likely it has multiple references to go off of. 348 is the first PR that I sent to Copilot. Copilot, well, it got the job mostly done. It needs a lot of extra prompting and hinting. Overall, it didn't save me time from this one PR, but amortized across many dozens or even hundreds of PRs, I think it'll be worth it. Once I've hit the limits of what Copilot is able to do effectively, I'll reach for 4D more capable tools such as Claude. Okay. Well, I checked, there's no more. Create. I've created a new issue because I'm full of issues. That's just the way I roll. And then, yeah, guys, this has been a really fun little exploration in doing some open source contributions. I actually had a lot of fun, but I also have a real job. So I do need to actually head out. On the Twitch stream, I'm just gonna rate Cody C. Wiseman. I think he was on here yesterday. Maybe, I don't know. But that's the plan. We're rating, and I am ending stream. YouTube side, thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for saying hi. I do appreciate you all. I know it's been a vibe, and I look forward to... I'll be back on Monday morning, same time, 6 a.m. to 8 a.m. South African time. And I'll see you guys later. Cheers, cheers.